Us this afternoon is the head coach of the Sulphur Springs Wildcats, Coach Brandon Faircloth. Coach, how are you doing today?
How you doing? Great, Kyle. Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about last season with the Wildcats. A 10-3 overall record, had a good start to the season, and then made it to the regional semis where you lost to Alvarado by 3 points. When you look at the two district losses, Salina made it to state, and then Panther Creek just this past year won state in 7-on-7. So two pretty good teams there. But just talk to me a little bit about last season and your thoughts on the year.
Well, I think it's exactly what you said. I mean, it's just, extremely tough schedule. I mean, our district, I think 6 of us started the year ranked in the top 20. And so, obviously, Salina was the state champ, and, Frisco, Panther Creek obviously has a really talented team. Lake Dallas, Paris, don't leave out Aubrey. I mean, we have a really, really, strong district with really good coaches and really good talented players. And so, you have to play a really strong non-district schedule to get you ready for that. And so, last year we were able to navigate it. Find our way to finish third place in district, and I think that's what helped us in the playoffs as well, as we had played so many tough teams throughout the season that we were kind of battle tested, and were able to win some close games there, and end up losing to a really good, talented Alvarado team there in the third round. But yeah, proud of the year we had. Obviously, just continue to try to build off last year's success, and try to have another good year this year.
Well, and speaking of this year, you had success last year. You got 16 starters coming back this year, with 7 of them on offense and 9 of them on defense. So how much does that help when you have that amount of starters coming back for another year, that they already know the system, they know what to expect and all that? How much does that help?
Yeah, it should. I mean, I don't think you ever really know, but obviously, when you're playing kids who have a lot of varsity football games under their belt and playoff games under their belt, I think it makes a big difference. I think one of the strengths of our teams this year is our experience. To Dave Campbell's always say 9 and 7, but we played a lot more kids than that last year that are returning, and so I think we'll have a lot of people in place last year from last year they're back that have a lot of experience and have played at a really high level and played against some really good opponents, and so we hope it's a big benefit.
Well, let's talk about this upcoming season. Like you said, and I know it's not a realignment year, right? So the schedule is the same, just flip-flop locations and all that. So when you go into this season, first off, how's the off-season workouts been? And then what are your expectations and your goals for this upcoming year?
Yeah, I mean, we try to stay simple. I mean, we've had I'm just like everybody. We've had a great off season. We had a lot of success in track. We had a really good 7-on-7 year, and so we do everything else that everybody else does these days to try to help you be successful. And we've had really good attendance at our summer workouts and had a good summer, and so just kind of, like I said, just kind of chase that schedule again of great opponents, and just trying to do what you can every day to continue to improve, get better, find some small things that you can continue to get better at to help you maybe win those games that you lost last year, and continue to try to help you be the team you need to be. And so that's kind of been our focus. Our goals really don't ever change. We try to stay simple. We always want to win the first game of the season. That's kind of our first goal to start the year. Just try to get off to a 1-0 start, and then our next goal really after that is to make the playoffs, especially in the district that we're in. Making the playoffs is something to be really proud of. And so, we've got a tough district schedule like we already talked about. And so our next goal is to make the playoffs. And then after that, if you can qualify maybe a little earlier in the year, our goal would be to try to win the district championship. If you got teams left to beat, that would be a possibility. And then obviously last is just to make the playoffs and stay in as long as you can. And so last year we lost in the third round to a great Alvarado team, and so this year our goal, especially with the amount of people we have back, would be to find a way to win that third round game. And so that's kind of what we've been focused on and what we talk about with our players.
Well, your first year at Sulphur Springs was in 2022, I believe, and now
Yes.
Now that you've been here, going on your third year there now, how much has
fourth year there?
I'm sorry, going on your fourth year now. How much has changed from when you first got there to now going into this season? How much has changed there?
It's night and day. I mean, honestly, I think you take over a program that in 2021 they were 0-10 and could kind of fall on some down times, but just in rebuilding and teaching some things. But like you said, when we got here, our seniors were in 8th grade, and so this is their 4th year in the program, and it's a luxury. It really is. I mean, just kind of the kids know the expectation, the kids know the level we expect. We've been very lucky to retain most of our coaching staff. So much of our coaching staff has been here for the last 4 years, and so I mean, it's it's a huge luxury to come in every day, know the players, they know the system, they know what we're going to be doing, they know the practice plan, they know the practice schedule, and so you probably take it for granted sometimes. When I think back to 2022, you kind of want that to be in the rearview mirror, moving ahead with this kind. And but just the program's established, the kids know the standard, the coaches know the standard, and hopefully that can help us win some games this fall.
That's a good point you brought up too. That 0-10 season. There's a proud tradition in Sulphur Springs for football.
Absolutely.
So that 0-10 is an anomaly. That doesn't happen in Sulphur Springs. So yeah, it's awesome to see how far it's come. And one person I want to talk to you about, probably the biggest player on your team, I would assume, Vincent Johnson, 6'5", 315. Yes. That's what they have him listed as. I don't know what his real height and weight is, but that's what they have him listed as. But he's a verbal commit to TCU so far. And just talk to me a little bit about him, his leadership, and how he can kind of help lead the team this year.
Yeah, I mean, that's our expectation of him, and he's been doing that. I mean, when we got here in 8th grade, when we got here, he was in 8th grade, and it didn't take long to notice him there at the middle school and think, hey, I think we got our next big recruit, looking at him right there. And he played freshman football his freshman year, did a great job. We kind of brought him along slow, and then he actually that spring he was in varsity off season going through. He started to pick up 2 or 3 Division I offers even before he played a varsity football game, and so. But he's the kind of kid. He has great parents, great family, those kind of things. He's a very humble kid, and so all that did was motivate him. And so, man, he has worked really hard. He deserves every offer that he gets, all the accolades that he's going to get. He deserves it. We're really proud of him. We're really happy he's a Sulphur Springs Wildcat. And, him at left tackle over there on our blind side, he makes our quarterbacks feel pretty safe. But he's a great kid. He's going to do great, unbelievable things at TCU. We're all Horned Frog fans now. And we're going to hold on to him for as long as we can this fall, and then he's going to graduate early, and he'll be at TCU in the spring. But man, we're proud of Vincent. He's a great leader for us. He's always at the front of the line, setting the standard for the kids. For the guys and the drills, and so we're proud he's a Wildcat, and he's going to do huge things in his future.
That's awesome to hear that he's going to graduate early so he can already enroll in. So not only can he do it on the football field, he can do it in the classroom too, which is also.
Oh, he's a brilliant kid, no doubt about it. He's a kid you'd want your daughter to marry, no doubt about it.
That's awesome. And how cool does it have to be do you think it helps the younger kids too when they see, like last year when the TCU helicopter lands at the school, that's got to be a cool experience for the kids there to be like, that could be us. We're in the same program and that could be us. Do you feel like the younger kids look at it that way?
We speak to them about it every day. Absolutely, we absolutely. Coaches always find ways to motivate people, and so when Coach Dykes is landing a helicopter at your school, you're going to use it any way you can, and so absolutely, we talk to our middle school guys about that all the time. We talk to our elementary school. We talk about our football, the kids that come to football camp. Where did Vincent used to sit? Used to sit right where you're sitting, and so absolutely, we motivate them, and hopefully, we've got some young guys coming through that'll also have those same opportunities, and so absolutely, just look at, hey, Vince is no different than me, and he used to sit right here where I sit, and I might if I can work hard and put my mind to it, I may have the same opportunity that he has.
That is awesome. It is awesome to see. Well, Coach, it was a pleasure talking to you. I appreciate you taking the time and talking to us this afternoon. Best of luck to the Wildcats this season, and hopefully we'll talk to you down the road.
Hey, thank you very much.
All right, thanks.